in the story about the people who came from the Pleiades, does it say they went back or that they stayed?
There are some stories in which they went back and forth. There's a story here on Kauai reported from Kauai by Martha Beckwith in Hawaiian mythology of a chief who came from the Pleiades, whose name was Makali'i, which is also the term that a lot of Hawaiians use for the Pleiades. And so this chief came here, and he was a very handsome, bold chief. And if you wanted to show off your chiefness, why, one of the things you would do would be surfing. Okay, so he was surfing off somewhere off the southeastern part of Kauai, and Hina, who was not on the island at the time. Now, Hina is a term for the goddess of the ocean, the goddess of the moon, but also representative of any powerful, beautiful woman in the old tales. So anyway, Hina heard about him, and so she came from Kahiki, which simply means from someplace over the horizon. There's no indication of what direction that might be. So it doesn't necessarily mean Tahiti. Kahiki means any place out of sight. So she came from Kahiki and surfed with him. That's a euphemism in Hawaiian. And the result of surfing together was the birth of Maui. And then the story goes on to say when Maui was older, when he grew up some, he climbed a particular coconut tree in the southern part of Kauai and went to see his father. Stayed there for a while, and came back. In commemoration of that visit, the brightest star in the Pleiades in Hawaiian is called Maui. And so there's a case of going to visit. This is a little bit kind of interesting if you want. I've tried to research where the heck that tree might have been. There is no location of the name that was given. But part of the name of the tree was niu, which is coconut. And one of the meanings of niu is to spin. One of the most ancient shamanic practices for going into another world is spinning. And Maui was a shaman figure. Now, it doesn't say that that's what Maui did, but it's a real interesting connection. That maybe he journeyed in another dimension. But we don't know that for sure.